Hey, good morning everybody. Welcome back again here to another Camaro's Hot Coffee video. Now, if you watched the last video, you're going to know what's going on with the car. It does not look good, but we're perfectly fine. Don't worry. We're installing ring LEDs inside the headlight housing. So last time, when we left off, we had just about put the one LED ring on the one headlight. And now, at this point, I've got the second one on. I've got the headlights back together except for the plastic covering because we got to do the heat up and the silicone stuff now that I got and everything to seal it. But then we're just measuring out our wire to run from the unit for the power back to our. Have to use this as our negative here, and then our positive is going to be up here. We'll have to get something for that. I don't know what I'm going to use for that yet. I'll have to probably go buy something. And then that's that. So we're going to solder these now and go from there. Alright, so I didn't want to throw you on the tripod too much, but I think this part's a little more interesting. So what we have here, we just soldered this piece. So this is the negative. We soldered it, and then we'll do this shrink tube after. And now we're going to do the same thing with the positive. And we're just going to, take some of it off. Strip some of the coating off. So that's probably a good length there. Alright, so we got that off to the side. Now we're going to put these two together. See, they kind of just mesh them right together. And then you're just going to want to spin it to hopefully catch the wires. Alright, so we got that all together. Now we're just gonna solder it up. Alright, so that's hard now. It's all cooled down. So we're gonna use these shrink tubes now. I found these at Home Depot. They're just little, it seems like little plastic things you put up. You go over the connection you made, and just a little over the edge of the wires. It creates a waterproof seal. And all you have to do, so this is why this is the most dangerous part. Take a lighter or a heat gun or something. That's probably a little better, but I do not have one. We're just going to kind of make sure it's over it. We're just going to run it underneath and around. You see how it's kind of grabbing to it. Shrinking, as the name implies, shrink tube. I also have a cup of water standing by in case I light it on fire, but I don't plan on it. So yeah, you see it kind of darkens too as it's almost burning in a sense, but not really. And that's looking pretty good. So now we're going to do the same on the other one. Alright, so that seemed to go pretty well. Got that on there. Now I'm going to go test it out, but you guys are going to have to wait till the end of the video to see it on, provided it works. That's a surprise. We're going to wait for the surprise. I got to make sure that it's working, but then we're just going to keep going with what we got to do next. Alright, so I wish I could tell you all I knew where I was in keeping you up to speed with everything that's going on. Obviously, you can see the mess around me here. So, what we've done is, again, we did this where we soldered this together. That's done. Okay, then we're going to take this end here. This is the negative, and we're going to send it back in this corner. let's see if we can get the lighting changed here. There we are. You see that right there? This little pole here. That's the negative, the ground. Okay, so I have to solder this wire to the ground. We have the soldering iron going again. So that's going to be that move. Now the positive was a little weird because, so for the positive, we have more of a normal kind of terminal type thing up here. And so I thought, oh, let's get one of these. It'll make it easier. Of course, this, to fit on here, needed to be a huge opening for a very large wire. Our wire is not that large, so it would not crimp in there. It's too big. So I kind of just did a mess there with that to get it to stay, hopefully. So we're just going to kind of throw this in here so it gets kind of flat there. And we did test it, and it worked, so that was good to know. Alright, this is not getting flat. Oh, wow, it's really not touching at all. If you look at it now, it all pulled apart. Huh. I'll have to see what I can do about this. But otherwise, that's what's going to happen with that. And then I'll get the negative. Then I figured out we got this silicone stuff from Auto Parts store that's going to be used to add a little adhesive in the headlight housing. So that's going to be the next step, is put that back together. And then we're just going to put the car back together. So I'm very excited to be at that point, kind of close. But first I got to figure this out and solder this thing. So we'll see how that goes, and I'll let you know. Okay, everyone. So as you can tell, first off, it is way late outside. It's, I think, 11 o'clock about now. And I'm at the point where I'm just about ready to say, finish it in the morning. But I just want to keep going. I want to get it done. As you can see, I have a light on because the lighting out here is not great. We have that light, and that one just doesn't work sometimes. And the one that's supposed to be up on the other side of the garage door also doesn't work. So, it's fine. If I click this on, so we got a light. I don't know if can you see it? Yeah, I hope you can see. So, you know, it works. Obviously when I'm talking to you guys, it's not going to work. What we've done, we've got the headlights back together. So that was, if you're doing it and you find that you're having trouble when you're taking the headlights apart, and you think it can't get worse, it will, because putting them back together is arguably more frustrating. Some of the sealant works still, you could reuse it, but I had to add stuff to it. That silicone, that black silicone, Permatex, I think was the company, that I found. It worked, but it was just kind of goopy and icky and, you know, ugh. So that's in there. But pushing it all back together was difficult. I used a big clamp thing to kind of push different sections together that weren't staying together. So that wasn't great, but we did it. We kind of got this thing, I'll see if I can show you, soldered over here, but not exactly too well. So, oops. So, you see it's there, and the blue wire is our negative. And I don't know if I showed you the positive. I did show you the positive, but I had to change it because it fell off right after I finished recording. So if I get this here for you. So I essentially just made a ring around the whole thing of the solder. And I figured that should hold because it's a smaller diameter than the whole ring. So that should hold. I'm going to throw that on. Alright, so the last couple things I got to do. I'm going to drill that little box unit onto the front bumper. I'll touch you guys up for that. The light from this thing. And then I think I just bring the headlights out. Put them on. I just make these connections. I'll put that little plastic tube, whatever it's called, the shrink tube on the negative here to make sure that holds on. And then I think I'm going to start putting back together. So I'll try to get the connections on before I throw all the bolts on and everything to make sure everything still works and see if it works. So yeah, we'll do this, a couple other things, and we're getting real close. It's exciting. Okay, everybody, so it's 12:50 at night, or in the morning, whichever you want to call it. Gotta keep it real chill. But, so, the front bumper isn't on yet. So I plugged everything in, and they didn't come on. I was like, oh my god, no. And then I went and I was like, maybe the remote. So I grabbed the remote, hit on. You guys will not believe what this is gonna look like. So hold on. Now remember, the front bumper is not on yet. Oh my goodness, there's a Suburban back there. The front bumper is not on yet. It's just sitting in front. I'll flip you on. 3, 2, 1. Oh, hold on. That's horrible. We gotta dim this or something. Oh, you guys still can't see what it looks like. No! Okay, you can kind of see. Hold on, let me come up on one of the headlights. Oh my gosh, the phone is not getting it. Okay, essentially that, but on both of them from far back. But it looks really cool. I mean, oh my, I didn't think it was actually going to work when I pulled everything in and it didn't work. But it's going, so I'm going to attempt to, everything's all good, so I'm just going to put the bumper on, wheel wells back in, tires on, drop it down, and see if it still goes, but I think we're good. We might be good. I don't want to jinx it. I really don't want to jinx it, but we might be good. Alright, so again, it is the next day, but, it was about 2 o'clock last night when I kind of almost finished putting everything back together. I just left the tires off. I still have to put those back on. But in this light, you can see it a whole lot better. So I have it on a fade option. If you see flashing, it's not actually flashing. It's just because of the whole color thing. It's on fade, so it kind of cycles through some colors. I'll just go to red. Yeah. Should be the blue. And then the green. And there's some variations of those colors. Doesn't give you as many as it looked like it might from the remote. But it looks really, really cool. I mean, it's just... It was awesome when it came on last night. I was like, oh my goodness. It looks really cool. So unfortunately, it doesn't capture it well at night. But it looks awesome. Thank you all for sticking around this long. It took probably about 13 to 14 hours total to do this. And I had to go shopping to get, this thing or that thing or, because I don't have everything. But it was a lot of time. So it was more than I expected it would be. But at the end of the day, I'd say it was worth it. Just looking at that there, yeah. That's totally worth it. It's just so cool. So I'm just going to throw the last stuff on. And, yeah. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you like how it looks as much as I do. If you don't like it, let me know. But if you like it, definitely let me know also. I'd like to hear what you guys think. I can't wait to be cruising down the road with one of these colors on or something. Just like the green or the blue, they look really, really cool. So yeah. Alright. Thanks for watching. I hope you all have an awesome rest of your day. Peace.